J.A.M. Here's Matt Snyder.
Welcome to the Monster Jam! Actually, it's the Renatus Jam, but it's kind of like a monster truck show, just without the monster trucks. I am Matt Snyder, and I want to welcome my co-host,
Jay Stark. I feel
buddy!
like we need to do like Sunday.
Right? It feels like that. It totally does. We've got another fantastic podcast here today. A lot of information, actually. A lot of really good information that you all need to know. So, Jay, I'm going to ask
Matt.
you this question. What's new and exciting?
What question is that? What's new and exciting? There's so much.
Tell me.
Unlike other co-hosts, I come prepared for this question.
Oh, good. You thought about it. All right. I love it.
I don't know if everybody on the line was able to catch what happened yesterday, but yesterday was kind of a landmark for Renatus. So the Founders Live, Bob came out and he brought out Bob Tierney along with Christian George to do an opening demonstration of what the all new study group was going to look like. And then last night we had our very first Renatus corporate study group, and it was awesome. We had more than 500 people on the line with us as we kind of walked through the orientation, the beginning steps of what the new study group is going to look like, how you can get access to the information, how you can see the documents and the supporting materials, as well as kind of a roadmap of where it's headed over the next, 24 weeks or something like that. So it is going to be awesome. The best part about this is not only bringing the entire nation together in one study group, but it's also the fact that we're able to bring in the actual class instructors out on the study group. So they're going to come out, they're going to join us, they're going to tell us what they meant when they taught certain things. So it's going to be phenomenal. And last night was awesome. It was so much fun getting together with everybody. And even though we couldn't be physically together, we were one in purpose. And I'm telling you, with more than 500 people on the line, we had nothing but a good time. It was a lot of fun.
Man, 500 people, that's huge. That's a big study group.
It was a big study group. I'm actually worried that we may have clipped the limit on our account. So we're looking into that today. But if you were able to join us, you guys know exactly how much fun we had. If you weren't able to join us, make sure you don't miss another opportunity to be on the line. So the only thing you need to do, if you are an essentials education holder and you want to take part in the study group, just go to the calendar, look on next Monday at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, and you'll find the next episode of the study group. And this time we're talking about the what class is it called? It's called I lost the name. Fast Track. What's the name of the class? I can't even remember.
I don't know, but the advantage of being on my computer here is I can go to the calendar. Is it going to say? Let's see.
Dude, that's cheating.
Is it Launch to Success?
That's what it is. It's the Launch to Success class. So if you get registered for our episode next Monday, make sure that you watch the Launch to Success class first.
It's the Launch to Success class.
Hey, Matthew, thank you for being helpful. Finally.
It actually doesn't even say in the event, but yes.
Nice.
Sorry. I didn't mean to jam up your flow. You get it, Jam?
No, on the jam, jamming up the flow.
On the jam.
It's all good. Yeah, we had a really good time though. So make sure that everybody that you guys all get online next week with us.
Right on.
Oh, Sandy Curtis told me I looked very dapper today.
Oh, you do look dapper. It's the hair, it's the beard. But it's mostly the Ohio State banner behind you.
That's what I'm talking about right
I'm
there.
just kidding.
You know,
I'm just
it's
kidding.
funny every time that I talk with Lisa Lease, she is a diehard Cleveland fan, and so she is loving the Browns right now, and she's like, "Yeah, go Cleveland!" And anyway, I've always been an Ohio State fan since I was a kid. The Browns, that's fun too, but
Yay, football! That's my
go
team.
Sports!
I don't really have a team these days. I'm teamless. Lost.
Oh, don't say that. Just because
Yeah.
BYU a bunch of games and still didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, right. My team always loses, so I quit football. I quit being a fan.
Oh, well, right on, man. I am super excited for not only what has already come this week, but what we have coming, and that brings us around to our guest.
Yes, we have one of the best. All right, I know I said that last week. That was in the field. This is in-house, in corporate. We have I want to say top dog, but I would say that all of our customer service agents are amazing. I love them all dearly. But we have Audrey on the podcast to explain a few things to us and inform us a little bit. So Audrey, what did you come on the podcast to discuss?
Oh no, I can't hear her.
She's
Can
muted.
you hear her?
She's either pranking us, because that would be
she
actually
may be
pretty
doing
funny.
that. Every
think
once in a
you're
while,
on
I did
mute.
that last night. I did that on the study group. I totally muted myself and started talking, and everybody's like, "We can't hear you, Jay."
I like to just flip.
Now I can't hear you either.
What are you talking about? I just said all these wonderful things about you.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I totally.
Did Audrey?
Dude, I'm a little slow
did
to
her
catch
headset
up.
audio or did her battery run out? Because we heard her before.
We did hear her before. So, Audrey, if you hover over this screen with all of our wonderful faces, do you see a little toolbar that pops up with the microphone icon on there? Is that a yes or a no? Yes.
That's a yes.
Okay. Is that icon muted? Does it show a little X through it at all?
Aaron,
No.
did you mute Audrey?
No, I don't hear. I don't see any bars bouncing from her at all, nor hear anything. So her mic suddenly went bye-bye.
Well, let's try this.
Audrey,
I know
why
that
don't
you
call-
said
hang
your
up and call
headset.
back?
Yeah, you got another headset, right?
You said it was dying, but it's been on the charger for a few minutes. Why don't you try picking that up and see if that connects? I'm super excited for what Audrey's going to share, though, and I don't want anybody to miss out on hearing what is coming tomorrow.
Yes.
No, Thursday. Thursday. It's not tomorrow. It's Thursday.
Yeah, today's Tuesday. That's right. We forgot to bring that up, actually. That we're going to be moving to Wednesdays. So today is Tuesday, as we've established. Tomorrow is Wednesday. We're not doing one tomorrow, but a week from tomorrow, we will do another podcast.
That's right. And Matthew, why are we not in the studio? I know that I'm quarantined for another day. As of tomorrow, I'm a free agent again.
You're free man.
I'm a free man. I can leave my house. Whitney gave me permission. So why can't we use the studio?
So, well, right now it's not set up for us. So we've got other exciting things that we are filming in the studio. I don't know. Are we talking about the exciting things, or are we talking about?
No.
Okay. See, I'm always a little. I gotta be careful what I share. So, exciting things. That's all I'm gonna say.
Exciting things. I like it. So,
yeah,
Matthew, do you know what is coming this Thursday that is exciting?
I sure do. Yeah, as a matter of fact, so we are doing an onboarding call from corporate. So this will be huge because, I think in discussion with leadership and other people in the field, other ICMs, we've noticed that there's a lot of time that's spent getting a new ICM up to speed with how things work. And we're always looking for opportunities to take that kind of stuff over to help assist the field
So,
spend and focus
just
their
a
time
heads up.
on marketing. You're
We can
back.
hear Audrey now.
Can you hear me?
I can hear
Yes.
you.
We can hear you.
Thumbs up. Can you hear?
Sweet.
Thumbs up if you can hear us. Okay.
Yes.
Audrey, can
Thank
you
you.
hear us?
Hey, Aaron.
Yes. I just
Head monkey
needed-
pusher.
Yeah,
love
he
you.
came and he got things rolling, so we're good here.
You gotta remember.
I'm
it's
yelling at him and
monkey-
he can't hear me.
It's
No.
monkey button pusher. If
Monkey
you just
button
call the head monkey pusher, that sounds like a job at the zoo.
Makes it sound like he's got a trench coat full of monkeys and he's hanging out in a dark alley like, hey man, you want a monkey? I got capuchin. I got chimpanzees in the truck.
Oh man! All right.
You're right.
Well, Audrey, we are. I'm sure as soon as Aaron gets back, he's going to be able to update the view so that everybody can behold you in all of your wonderful glory. But we had just introduced the idea of having an onboarding call. How valuable do you think this is going to be to the field to have an onboarding training coming straight out of corporate?
So valuable. It will be great for everyone who's just getting started with us. It's going to give them, defined information about how to get going, how to get around in their Helios account, how to utilize their tools that they have within their Helios so that they can be their best selves and do their best at what they want to do. So yeah, it'll be fantastic.
Awesome. So let's walk through, because you helped to script out the roadmap here that we're going to follow for the onboarding training. So take us through the first, 4 things that you've got on your list of what people are going to learn.
All right, sure. So, of course, we would want to do an intro to what is Renatus. What are people signed up for? What is the company all about? What's our mission statement? And just information that's going to help them understand what their role is and how they play a part of being a part of the Renatus community. And so that would be number one, so that they know, what they stand for when they go out there and they're talking about Renatus and all we have to offer to everyone. So want to make sure everyone is clear about that. The second item would be specific role expectations. So, when we have marketers call in, and being a member of the support group here, we have a lot of calls that come in on a regular basis where people just really want to know what specifically they need to do as an ICM. We have a fantastic resource in the ICM guide, and I think helping someone to go over that and review it and make sure they understand what their roles are is a huge deal. I know for myself, when I first started here, it was quite overwhelming. I was in love with it from the get-go, but there's so much information. So to be able to provide people with something where they can feel solid about what it is that they're receiving and how they can in turn pass that on to others and help them. So really good there. Also falling under that is compliance. And we have an amazing compliance group here at Renatus, but also, it's just the run-of-the-mill day-to-day things that people may not understand or even really be aware of. So just having an understanding of what the compliance is for marketing is really important and valuable as well. But as far as how to set up their profile in Helios, that was the number four item. There are quite a few steps there, and some of them are really, all of them really are very necessary in order to move forward, to get paid for your marketing, to, we want to have access for them and make sure that they know how to get in and out and move around in there. But also, so when they're marketing, their picture, their image is up and it's up correctly and it's an appropriate image. Make sure that they understand all of that, as well as their own personal information. We want to make sure that all of that is in place. So those are just a few of those things. But one big one that people, we want to make sure everyone is telling ICMs as they're signing them up, get their ACH going. It's a time process. And so we want to make sure that, they're excited and ready to go. And when they get those cells, that they're already set up for any commissions that might be coming their way. So that's another one. So just those are like the top 4 of things that we would focus on going in.
Yeah. And we're going to try to fit, this is a ton of information, and we're going to try to fit it all inside of an hour. So we're going to try to cram it in there. The first couple of go-arounds are going to be our opportunity to really learn how to do this. But what we're going to do is to get access to this, we're going to put an event on the calendar. It'll probably be there a little bit later today. But we're going to actually send an email invite, and it's going to come from me to those individuals who have signed up inside of the last couple of months, just to give them a tutorial on Renatus and Helios and how to gain access to all of this functionality. We want to make sure that people have access to the plethora of resources that Renatus has made available. We're going to show them where they can find their marketing and how to perform simple marketing activities, how they can see their dashboard, their My Day page, their tasks, be able to find the presentations and see how to set up a campaign, train them on the video library and where the 10-step training program is, and understanding how to find all of that information, as well as how to stay in contact with Renatus, how to get a hold of us as quickly as possible for your customer service needs, or when it's online through Facebook or whatever else. So we're going to go through all of that information. So we're going to send out a bunch of emails to start with. There's going to be, I think there was over 300 people that we were going to invite to this first round. Now, if you don't get an email, you're still welcome to join us. You just need to go to the Renatus calendar. And like I said, it's not on there yet, but it will be later today. Go to the Renatus calendar, and this is going to happen 4 p.m. this Thursday. So anybody who wants to go through the onboarding process, it's going to be in a webinar format for the first couple of rounds. We'll bring you on. We'll answer any questions that we can. Audrey is going to help me. She's going to be my co-pilot on the deal, and we're going to have a lot of fun as we bring people up to speed. It was really funny as we were presenting this idea to the pack. James Lease told me, he said, this is awesome. So many of my calls are just onboarding calls, trying to bring people up to speed. So now this is going to help us shortcut that learning curve so that people can, right from the very time that they start, they can get an advanced foundation on how to get involved with Renatus, with Helios, and how they can get access to the tools that are already available to them. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Me too. I think it gives people the opportunity to focus more on selling, focus more on marketing, rather than focus or get into management mode, if you will. I've definitely been there. When you have a lot of people come on board at once, you end up spending a considerable amount of time trying to get them up to speed with how things work. And I think that there's going to be a lot of people that have been around for a month or 2 months or 3 months even, and are going to go through this first one and really realize, whoa, there's a lot that I didn't know was there. So this is great.
And then after the training is done, we're actually going to send every participant, everyone who comes, we're going to send them a recorded copy of the training so that they can go back and review what we've discussed, what we talked about. So we're going to make sure that we're not only presenting well to people, but that we're going to send them that presentation so they can go back and review it. Because sometimes, as anyone who's been around Renatus knows, anyone who's been around Renatus for very long already knows that sometimes taking in a ton of information is like drinking from a fire hose. And so we want to make sure that people have that recorded playback as well.
So are we going to send out the recording to those that did not show up to the live event?
No.
Yep. Thank you, Jay.
Audrey,
gotta be there.
What else do you want to talk about with the onboarding and what that's going to look like?
So for me, having been new and coming into Renatus, I think there's just so much value to it. And also we love feedback. So, if there's something that we're missing that you feel like, this isn't I didn't catch this, or, let us know that, because we want to make sure we're providing a really good opportunity for you in doing this. I don't think there's, I love hearing a brand new ICM on, when they call in and they have a question and they're fired up and they're ready and they want to get going. And this is a tool to help them, feel like that they can do that. They can jump in and get moving forward. So I think it's great. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I don't have any other information to go over. That's it for me, Matthew. What do you got?
I ain't got nothing. till we end this podcast, and then I think of all the things that I should have said. Nothing for now.
It is. I love the speed that Renatus is moving right now, because we are accelerating, we are gaining that momentum, and everybody, I could just feel the anticipation, the energy building, and I hope that it builds up towards the national conference and then well beyond it, because we're going to have some amazing tools, programs, and resources become available for every single ICM, that if you're not at the national conference, you will already be shortchanging yourself. You'll already be behind when you try to get started and try to use these things. So I want to encourage everybody. We haven't opened up the registration yet for the national conference, but that will be coming very soon. I promise we will make everybody aware of what that's going to look like, but make sure that you are planning on that. Right now, it looks like the early bird cost to get a ticket to the national conference is going to be $225. Now, don't forget, that's March 18th, 19th, and 20th of 21 for each one of you. So set aside the time now, set aside the money, and make sure as soon as registration opens, get your ticket, get involved, because it's going to be absolutely amazing. Sorry, Matt, that's my last plug, I promise.
Okay, deal. You know what? I'm excited about the national too, so we should talk about it. It's great. We should keep it up in the forefront of everyone's minds. But yeah, I've got nothing. So I think that we're gonna end this one right here. We should keep the podcast going till after the podcast. I think that Aaron should not stop recording until 5 minutes after we're done, because that's when I come up with all my great ideas.
That's when all the good stuff comes out. Well, I tell you what, Audrey, thank you so much for making the time. It is always a pleasure having you out on the podcast, and I look forward to being able to continue with you on the onboarding call. So Thank you again for being with us. Thank you to everybody that joined us on the call live today. Never forget that the reason why Renatus truly rocks is because of all of the people that are associated with it. Thank you so much. Renatus rock.